Hey, what's up you guys, it's Joelle. If you want to see how I got this really easy dewy makeup look that literally anyone and everyone can do, then keep watching. The first thing I do is use Mario Badescu's skincare facial spray with rose water, and I spray a healthy amount on my face. Then I fan it out to let it dry. Once that's dried, I use the FARSÁLI Skintune Blur Perfecting Primer Serums. I apply a few drops on my face. Then I blend it in with my fingers. Since I want this makeup look to be very dewy, I'm going to use the FARSÁLI Jelly Bean Illuminator. It looks like this. I take a little bit with my ring finger and apply it in the areas that I want to highlight. Using a wet beauty blender, I'm going to go in and blend it out a little bit. Then you want to repeat this on the other side and a little bit on your forehead. Whatever is left on my finger, I go in and rub it on the bridge of my nose. Most days I don't really wear makeup, but when I want to have like a natural little glam look, I throw this on with some mascara and call it a day. Now I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Forever foundation, and I'm in the color Y255. I usually put like 2 or 3 pumps in the back of my hand to start off with, and if I need more, then I'll use more. I apply my foundation using the flat side of the beauty blender. See the highlight? That's how this looks under your foundation. This is a little makeup hack. I use the top of the foundation to hold my beauty blender. Once that's blended in with the beauty blender, I like to use the foundation blurring brush all over my face just to make sure everything's incorporated and blended. Once that's done, I use the Anastasia brow definer in the color medium brown to fill in my eyebrows. I don't really fill in my eyebrows that much because I do have them tinted, so that cuts my eyebrow routine in like half. I like to focus the product towards the end because I don't really like the really defined eyebrow look. I like the natural eyebrow look. Then I'll just use the spoolie end to just blend everything together. For this eyebrow, I'm gonna try to match it to this eyebrow. With this product, you don't really need to apply pressure because the more pressure you apply, the darker the color looks. Once that's done, I'll use some concealer to carve out my eyebrows. This one is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Custard. What I do is wipe off some concealer off the wand onto the back of my hand and use that. I'm going to be using a concealer brush to carve out my eyebrow. I don't like to go really close to the eyebrow. I like to put it a little bit below and then blend it up or down. I'm going to be using the pointy side of the beauty blender to blend the concealer out. Next, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel just to make sure my brows stay in place. I'm going to be using a dry beauty blender to apply some Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder under my eyes to both catch fallout and brighten up the face. I take the flat side, dip it in, and apply it right here. Then whatever is left, I just bring it under the eye. Using a crease brush, I'm going to be using the colors Just Peachy from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I apply this at the end of my eyelid. You want to apply this to your crease, like so. I use a circular motion towards the end, then the windshield motion 2/3 into the eyelid. At the center of the eyelid, I like to sweep it down just to make sure it's on the eyelid. whatever is left on the brush, I just blend it all the way to the inner corner. This part is optional, but to add more glitter, I use the Ulta Beauty Face and Body Glitter in the color Sunset. Using a eyeshadow C brush, I take some from the lid and pack it on to the inner portion of the eyelid. This is the part where the translucent powder comes in handy to catch any of the fallout, because this is a loose glitter. Next, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty eyeshadow brush to just blend everything together. Using a small precision brush, I'm going to be applying the color Luscious in my inner corner. Using the Flawless concealer brush, I'm just gonna wipe away the loose powder. Taking some concealer, I'm just gonna straighten out that line. And then blend it down. Using the same small precision brush, I'm gonna go in with just Peachy and just blend it down to my bottom eyelash and also where I created that line, so it's not a harsh straight line. I only bring it in halfway. Next, I'm gonna use Forever Young from the Nicole Guerriero highlighting palette to highlight my cheeks. I used to use a fan brush to do this, but I just found that one of these like compact brushes is way better at applying your highlighter. I bring it up to my temple. Whatever is left on the brush, I'll just apply it on my forehead so that when the sun hits it, it's on the face and glowing. Using my pinky, I take Forever Young and then apply it at the bridge of my nose and at the tip. Then whatever is left on my finger, I just apply it to my inner corner so that the inner corner highlight can match the overall highlight of my face. I also apply Forever Young on my eyebrow bone. I'm going to lightly contour using the E.L.F bronzer palette. I usually mix the top two colors and apply it below my cheek area. I don't really contour that much, but just to warm up my face, I'll apply a little bit. I also apply it to my forehead, next to my hairline. I also apply some to my jawline and even down my neck. I don't really contour my nose. Whatever is left, I'll just go like this on both sides of my nose. Next, using a blush brush, I'm going to be applying the Too Faced Peach Beach blush on my cheeks. And I'll apply it here. Then, when the majority of the product is already off the brush, I'll just go like this to blend in the contour and the highlight and the blush. For my eyelashes, I prime them using the Diorshow Maximizer 3D Triple Volume Plumping Lash Primer. Before, I never used to prime my eyelashes, but ever since I've started doing it, I realized that it does make your eyelashes look really nice and long and full. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals Lash Domination Volumizing Mascara. Lastly, I use the LANCôME Fix It Forget It Makeup Setting Mist. Lastly, I apply some glittery lip gloss. As well as this lip plumping top coat on the center of my lips. That concludes how I do my go-to makeup look. You could dress it up or down with some falsies. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Thank you for watching. Bye!